Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our health spreads or wellness spreads for the next week in June. And I've got these stat stickers here ready to go, as well as this sticker sheet I got at Hobby Lobby and these sticker books which I may pull from. So this is the third week of the June Plannable Challenge, and this week's theme is Summer Yum. So if you'd like to participate, go ahead and post your spreads up on Instagram using the hashtag PlannableJune2022. We'd love to see what you come up with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some wax paper to get us started. This week's theme had me going back and forth between two ideas. I have a bunch of popsicle stickers that I thought I might use for the Summer Yum theme. But then I also had this sheet of kind of watercolor fruits that I thought would be the smarter choice for my health spread, if you will. Just getting reminded to have fruit versus having popsicles is probably a better choice. So I decided to stick with the fruit this week instead of going with popsicles, but the popsicles would have been really cute as well. It gave me the chance to use up some older stickers I got at Hobby Lobby that I've used a couple times actually in my health spread there, and just have a few left over that don't really match with anything else. So I thought I'd try to mix them in here with the rest of these, and they have a similar feel. They're not quite the same, but similar feel, similar colors, so I think that they'll work nicely together as I put them on the sheet. Also too, I just rearranged my whole desk space and some things went misplaced and I couldn't find my tweezers there for a moment, so it took me a little minute to track them down, but I got them now, so I think we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and lay in a quote from that Happy Illustration sticker book. Kind of has the same color scheme. Since I don't think I'm going to have much room for quotes anywhere else, I thought it'd be good to put one there in the sidebar. And I'm going to be working in a rainbow gradient across the page. So I'll be using the pink to red, and then it's going to go into orange, yellow, green, blue, and then that almost burgundy purple there on the side. It just takes me a minute to kind of figure out where I'm going to lay these and how they're going to all fit in, as well as having room for tracking my workouts. So for a minute I thought I would try to carry it all the way down the page and kind of use the bottom as well. But I don't think that's going to work out just because I'm not going to give myself that much room here for tracking my workouts in this main area at the top. I'm going to need all that space for tracking my stats and my food log at the bottom. So I think I'm probably going to stick with just having things near the top here in these top two boxes. So I'm just trying to lay things in, see kind of where they would fall on the page. Of course, like I said, working in that rainbow pattern across the page, and just dropping things in kind of in a random pattern, but giving each one a little bit of space around it so they're not super cluttered together in any one spot. The yellow was a little bit tricky because I do have these two options for yellow, the pineapple and the lemon, but the rest were pretty much mono-colored as far as what fruits were available for each color. But it worked out okay because I thought using the pineapples along the spine kind of helped bridge the gap between the orange and the yellow going across the page, and then kind of using that yellow tone mainly on Thursday with the lemons being the main element there. Trying to mix things up, trying to turn the stickers, upside down, sideways, just having some variety there, clustering a few together, a few apart. Again, just trying to get a nice random feel to this area of fruit. And now that I got all of the main stickers there from the Happy Illustration sticker book in, I'm going to go ahead and try to incorporate these leftover stickers from that Hobby Lobby sheet I mentioned earlier. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get everything in. Some have more room than others as far as the days and what decor I have on the page. So I'm just adjusting as needed. This little slice of apple, I tried to incorporate it, but it doesn't make it onto the final spread. It's the only sticker I really didn't get a chance to fit in. The rest worked out pretty well. I was even able to add in some of these leaf extra stickers I had from that same sheet in and amongst the other stickers. And that worked out really well. So when I was first setting this up, I was thinking I was going to just write in the workouts in and amongst the fruits, but I think it's going to be a lot easier for me to lay down some colorful boxes. So I've got that in mind for the top, and that'll be coming soon. I did want to see how this was going to look with the stat stickers laid out. And I did recently create some new stat stickers with color, which is nice. So I have a rainbow set there that I could use. But that set included a teal that I really didn't have in any other stickers. So what I did is I just pulled another one in the almost like reddish purple tone and added that in at the beginning. You can't really tell when you see them across that they're the same color, but there's a repeat color in there. And from the Essential Planning sticker book, I thought I would try to use up some habit trackers that I've had in my stash for forever. They're a little bit hard to incorporate because they've got this, gradient of color, and they're very particular, kind of happy planner, bright colors. So sometimes it's hard to find something that will match with those habit trackers. But I thought with this rainbow spread, it would be a good chance for me to try to incorporate them, since there's that gradient color feel in the quote above, and then also with the fruit going across the page. So now I am looking through the Wellness Warrior sticker book, looking to see if there are any good box stickers in there for this, but I didn't have anything, so decided to go back into my stash and pull out my Mega Rainbow sticker book, which I really am so happy I picked this up because I've used it so many times when I just need certain colors or just need something particular that I can't find easily in other books. So I've really used this guy to death, and I love it. I wish I could get my hands on. I think Happy Planner came up with another one with just colorful boxes, which is great, but I would love this one in particular to have another one of these. So if you guys see those anywhere, I've tried to find a link, but I couldn't find anything, not even on Amazon or any of the traditional craft sites. So anyway, just one of my favorite books, very well loved. That said, I don't have a ton of the colorful boxes left over since I've used it so much, and in order to make this work, I really want to have that rainbow color on each day. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to modify some of the colorful boxes already on the sheet using a little marker overlay to change the color closer to the color that I need for the spread. So I just changed that orange box using that same technique. It was more coral toned, and I kind of changed it to more of an orange. And I just did the same thing there with that teal, changing it to a more kiwi green, if you will. And I'm pulling in a purple box there for the last one, and then I found a nice blue one as well in that book. I think that will cover us for all the boxes that I need. So what I think I want to do first is lay down the stickers onto the sheet and then figure out exactly where I want the boxes just using the wax paper. I think it'll just be easier that way so that I don't have to try to pick up the boxes, move the stickers back over, and then put the box back down. I'll just do it at one time. but I have them all ready to go. So I've started to lay in my stat stickers, and I'm just quickly putting them there in the activity box section. I really wanted the fruit to kind of look like it was cascading down from the top, so that's why I ended up using those top 2 boxes so that I could incorporate the top of the pages as well, give it a little extra room for more of the fruit and more of the decor. And because I'm going to do that, I really want it to have a very clean look, so I'm going to try to white out all the lines up here and just make it almost like one empty space, so there won't be any box structure around this area, just mainly the empty space, and then the fruit will be laid in. I'll put the boxes that I pulled for each right within the day kind of structure, so it's like right underneath the day header, and that'll be the way that it all kind of ties together, and I'll be able to keep track pretty easily what day I'm tracking on using that method, I think. So to white out these thinner lines, I'm using a Sakura white jelly roll pen. I use this quite frequently, especially on this spread, or this layout. So I do like to incorporate boxes together and get rid of lines and incorporate boxes into one, is what I want to say. So 2 boxes into one, or 3 boxes into one. So it's just a really nice tool. It covers those fine lines super easily and doesn't leave a lot of extra. So you know, when you use a dry line, sometimes you get a lot of extra excess with the tape. You don't need all that tape when you're covering a small section, so the pen is just perfect. You can just draw right over top of what you're trying to cover, and it makes it nice and clean. And so for a minute I thought I might cut these habit trackers down and align them that way, but I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to look as gradiated as I wanted it to if I had done that and made sharp lines for their connecting areas. So I just left it, and I think it worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and start moving over this fruit. I'm going to try to roll off some of these just so I don't have to worry too much about placement. It's a little tricky when you don't have the stickers touching, so it takes me a bit to do it, but it is better than trying to each time match up what you had on the wax paper versus what you're putting down on the page. Sometimes rolling off is a little bit easier, just kind of helps keep things where you had them before, so you don't have to rethink things. And when you get down to a certain amount of space, then it's easier to pick them up individually and finish placing them. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do with the rest of these guys here. You can kind of see I did get a little bit off of my wax paper layout, so that's one of the reasons why I do like to use that roll-off technique. Is sometimes I'll lay down a sticker a little bit too far one way or another, and it starts to change the design of what I had envisioned there on the wax paper. This one in particular, the pear shape kind of got into Saturday a little bit more than I had it before, and then that pushed the blueberries into Sunday. It just changed the feels. It's better, like I said, to roll it off as much as possible and then fill in the gaps so you don't get that shifting problem that sometimes happens. So I just use that wax paper to lay over the placed fruit stickers and use that to get an idea of where I wanted to lay in the boxes. And now I'm just moving them over by hand. And I think really that turned out pretty good for not having them placed ahead of time. I did want to incorporate this apple, but I just did not know where to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess here and cut the pages down so that they can be separated and clean out the holes. I like to use my little cutting mat for this, as well as my precision cutter. It works perfectly for just these small on the page things that you need to do sometimes. It's also really great for cutting stickers right on the sheet without cutting through the paper. This depends on how hard you really want to push, but the really small tip is perfect for that. It really makes it foolproof if you have trouble like me when you have an X-Acto knife and you try not to push too hard, and of course it's like it slices the paper in half every time. So I really like this tool, and it's really changed the way that I will approach stickers on the page. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting the trimmings off here, trying to salvage anything that I thought I could reuse. That's looking good. I feel like there's a hole there next to that pink box. I don't know why, it was bothering me, and I wanted to incorporate more of that strawberry trimming. So I'm going to use some undo to pick up this little piece of watermelon behind the colorful box. It's a little scary, that product, but once you try it, you will never go back. It's really great for mistakes and picking up stickers that you didn't mean to lay down. I should have laid down just a bit more since I did pick up a little bit of the paper, but overall came out pretty clean. So I'm going to try to incorporate the rest of these stickers that I have on the sheet. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment too if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will see you next time. Bye!